Hello everyone, this is question 13 of the extension questions in chapter 14 subsection I. The question gives us two matrix equations, x equals ay and y equals bz, and tells us that a and b are invertible, which means that they have inverses. Now, part A tells us to find x in terms of z. So what we do is we find equation with x in it, which is x equals ay. So let us write that down. And you have to somehow substitute z into that equation. Thankfully, x is already isolated in this one, so we don't need to mess around there. And we can see that y equals bz, so we can substitute that here. So let's do that. X equals a b z, and that is the answer because it is x in terms of z. Next up, we have to find z in terms of x. So let's start off with the other equation, which has z in it already, y equals bz. But here we have to isolate z so that we can actually be z in terms of x. So as we've learned before, we just have to get the inverse of b, put it on the other side, so that we can isolate the z. And remember, order matters, so since the b is in front of the z, originally it has to be, the b inverse has to be in front of the y. So now that z is isolated, we have to find a way that we can substitute x into the equation. The first equation has x in it, so has x and also has y, which is in this equation. So now we just have to isolate y from the original equation. So we are given with x equals ay, and in isolating y we get a inverse x equals y, which is the same thing as we had, same thing that we did previously. Now we have to substitute y here. Up. Alright, there we go. Stupid arrow. There. Okay. So let's do that. We start off with z equals b inverse y, and in substituting this equation into y we get z equals b inverse a inverse x, and that is your answer because it is z in terms of x. Thank you.